Welcome everyone to the first type of video like this on my channel. What I'm going to start doing is for any big projects on the TheCraftNerds server, I'm going to be doing some speed build videos where it's a sped up edit of me building something. And I wanted to do this because I'm not very good at doing an episode where I build bigger things. Like if it's smaller things or working on things that are already built, it's not that big of a deal. So I thought, let me try my hand at this, and it's going to be going through some different trial and error type things. Right here, by the way, I'm building this old storage shed, and I wanted to go with a planked look, kind of a rundown, broken up planked look. And at first it looked too uniform, and then I thought, well, let me go opposites, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But in a minute, you'll see I actually decide I don't like that either, because that gets too much of a constant pattern, and I end up switching it to being just random. Here in a minute, you'll see that. But anyway, so I'm doing these videos because I think this is a fun way to show you a bigger build in less amount of time, and I don't have to think of small talk while I build, because this in total took me about 2 hours and 10-15 minutes. As you can see on the bottom, we've got a base there of cobblestone. Here I'm just placing the vertical logs for some added visual support, making it seem more supported and heavy. And then the base as well, to accomplish that, is the cobblestone and the stone bricks. Let me know, by the way, if this is too fast, because I think it might be a little bit too fast. I think I might be better served doing shorter clips slowed down, but I'm not quite sure because I'm not watching this at full screen. I'm just seeing it in a little window as I'm commentating. So here I am just basically raising up the walls, and I'm really loving the way this looks. It's just this random planks everywhere, and here we are starting to work on the, I don't know what you'd call that, I guess the horizontal supports. This is something I'm really big into, is doing more of these than less of these, because they usually get covered up, and so it's always good to do more of these types of boards, heavy like horizontal supports. And you'll notice I'm actually doing them around the outside, one square further out, and that's because I am going to implement a little bit of a steampunky look into these builds. Here's the support for the supports. That always helps draw your attention and make it feel more physically possible. There's a backed up view for you. But I like doing a lot of these just because they add so much depth so easily, and they give you a frame to work with. So always be sure to give yourself those supports. Oh, and the reason we go out is because that helps us get a lot more room. All of a sudden, that second story of storage is bigger, and we have more room, and it technically takes up a smaller footprint on the ground itself, and it just looks cool. So here we are making the walls for the second story. This is, this is going to be a multi-tiered storage area. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it, whether it's a warehouse or storage, probably storage shed. I think it's just the best name for it. There we are looking at it from afar. I really like that. We're mixing the oak and the birch to give it, a worn look, or that it's kind of like patched together, because in theory, this was the first building that the people who came to live in this area built, the fictitious people who I'm living with in Minecraft. And so they just worked with what they had. And actually what's really near to them is in fact oak and birch. Now the dark oak is far away, but we can ignore that fact for right now. We'll put it closer soon. So we're kind of done with the trusses, or whatever you want to call them up there. I don't know if truss is the right word. So we're working on the roof now. And the roof is your standard stair pattern where you go one on one side, one on the other side, flipped upside down. And we've got that in 3 different sections: a section of 3, a section of I don't know, about 10, and then a section of 2. And with that layered effect, it actually gives it a really cool look. And we do something here in a second with, once we finish it, you'll see right here, we do this with the stone brick blocks, and it really gives them a really cool structure and look to them. And here we are looking at it from afar. And I'm really liking the way it's working. So now we're adding more supports. This one will be for the loft area. I originally had the roof go all the way to the other side, but that made the building way too tall. So I decided to stop the roof angle at about halfway, and then do a horizontal roof at that point, and that'll be like a loft area for more storage, basically. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to organize the storage, and to be honest, see those other buildings I've outlined there on the ground, I don't know that I'm actually going to use those. Like that area may turn into nothing. Maybe a well of some sort might be kind of cool to put over there. It kind of makes sense. So here we are filling in the horizontal roof. There was a lot of trial and error with this, but you're kind of seeing the finished product here. You'll see me break away this line right there because I realized I didn't need it there. So now we're doing the other side on the little porch, and we're about to fill that in. We're almost completely done with the build. We just got to do that top floor wall now. And here I am doing a stone brick support system, so to speak, horizontally, because I was tired of doing the wood, and I thought that would give it kind of a break in the monotony of the wood. But we do them vertically through it, which looks pretty cool. Now we're just adding some different wood supports as I see that they need to be placed. One thing I did realize after the fact that I need to do is make the roof look worn. I need to modify the roof a little bit, so that's something I'm going to change later. Here I am doing the top floor of the wood. Pretty simple here, same kind of pattern we've been doing. But yeah, I need to make the roof look worn, use different types of woods. Here's some fence to kind of finish off that top part, give it a different texture. And here we are just filling in more of the gaps in the top. And it's okay that you can see through like the stairs and stuff because that's kind of what I wanted. This part right here actually is messed up. It should have been, that what I just placed there should have been further back. Here I am adding some final touches. I wanted to see some more wood, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to add it or just take away and see underneath it, but I decided I did want to add that plank, or not the plank, but the wood logs going straight down there. So here we're about to see the final looks at it from afar. I'm really happy with it. It's a really interesting build. You don't really see too many builds that have this type of look with the stairs. Hope you enjoyed. Next time we will be, oh, look at that beautiful shot. Isn't it so pretty? Next time, we will be taking a look at the interiors of the old storage shed. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you guys next time, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. Thanks. Adios. Goodbye.